Greetings, beloved. This is Anthony Powers. We're here on Togetherness Media, and we're so excited to have you. We have coming up. Oh man, y'all in for a treat. We have yoga master, kung fu master, master at helping people master their lives. Amanollah, the GOAT. G, what's up, my man? How are you? Namaste, brother.
Now to you, Anthony. How you doing?
And you know the answer to
Do
that,
you
to
feel
thine
better?
in all times.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, man, I barely had any symptoms. The first couple of days, I was, the first couple of days, I may have had a fever, like one of the first couple of days, but that was like it. Like I didn't have any respiratory issues, no coughs. Like I just had something in my throat just now. I had some spicy peppers right before the last show, and I still had a little piece caught in my throat that would not escape. But as far as COVID, I did a lot of resonance therapy. I did a lot of ohms myself, a lot of chanting myself, which helps through the body. And I took a whole bunch of extra supplements, a whole bunch of extra herbs, to really keep it, to fight it off before it came on any level. Um, and I kept my taste buds, kept my sense of smell, everything else. And I found that people who have a healthier diet, they eat less meat, they eat less sugars, well, at least processed sugars and less processed foods. The majority of people who have went through that didn't lose their taste buds or sense of smell. Man, it's so good to see you, brother.
Likewise, likewise. It's great to see you.
Yes,
And
yes. So
one
today
thing,
we're going to be talking about free will. Free will
freedom,
is what we were talking about in our first show. Free will.
free will.
Yes, free will. And free will and how it's utilized. And one way I find that people can really exercise their free will is by freeing their mind and tapping into what they really want. And I would love to have you talk a little bit about that, about tapping into what we really want. So as we have our free will, we will exercise it in a way that is truly free and uniquely our own. Can you do you talk to us a little bit about that topic?
Is a what?
Would you talk to us about that topic?
Definitely, I will talk. Uh, First of all, one thing I want to say is many of us, when we are talking about free will, we have this perception is about, okay, how can I use my will to force others to do things that I want.
Yes.
Before we go to the, I rather to look at it how much I'm aware of my own, how much I can manage my own body, mind, and emotion with
Yes.
my own will. And am I master of handling this? And then I go and wants to do that with others. I think we are saying, I don't know how to manage my body. I don't know how to manage my mind and emotion, but I want to control others. That's
Yes.
completely, yeah. It's a wrong way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yes, we have free will, but one of the simplest thing, something happened. You just said you were diagnosed with the and truth, but the way you deal with it, it shows about your free will. You don't
Yes.
let COVID make you scared, make you active. What you did, you rest, you start working on your vibration, keep your spirit up, and that's
Mm-hmm.
you you were using your will to deal with what's happening right now, and you're not in fight with anything. Actually, you were in total alignment with what was happening.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And
Many of
one way I
us,
did
we
that is I chose my words very wisely. I would say that I
excellent.
tested I tested positive for COVID, I would never say I am sick with COVID. So the way
Perfect.
that I and because of that, and that was a conscious decision because I refused to let COVID make me sick. And like I am still healthy despite the fact that I tested positive for it. And part of making that here first, move that to here, and then as you know, as we think, as so we are, as you teach as well.
And you maintain your freedom inside of what was happening. You don't
Yes.
let the COVID uh, define you or dictate how it goes. You said, this is the way I say it goes.
Hmm.
And that's your way. And you were practicing it. Many of us, we have a wrong perception about free will. We have this thing, okay,
Hmm.
how can I use my will to control others? That's a totally
Yes.
different conversation.
Yeah. You don't want to impose your will on others. You want to use your will for self mastery. Self mastery always has to come first. Everybody wants to be the master of everybody else around them, but they haven't mastered the person who they are yet. And because if they haven't mastered who they are, if you haven't mastered who you are, how do you know what's right for everybody else?
Exactly. Exactly. I'm so glad that you're healthy and you're back. I'm so happy that you're shining and divine like always.
Yes. How was your holiday? I haven't seen you since before Thanksgiving. We have another holiday coming up, and there's so much going on. Like, how
Oh,
was your eclipse? How was your Thanksgiving? How was your lunar eclipse? How has everything been for you?
it's actually it's excellent. It's blessing. It's real
Good.
blessing, and every moment of it, I have the opportunity to acknowledge how blessed I am with where I
Nice.
am, what I'm doing, where I am with myself in my life. Everything is blessed. And tonight I was excited this new camera, and I was excited to share with Amir that we have this, and then I realized it has some so all of a sudden the perspective has some stuff popped up. And I said
Nice.
probably we can consider it as a Halloween camera.
Man, you look great. Your beard's all nice and trimmed and looking all good. I see you, Doc, with the fresh shades on. Look like, yeah, look, I see you. Which I see you, which Amanollah, watch out, world. Amanollah G is ready to come take over. I see you, man. Looking all debonair.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes. So, right now, the winners, let's call it to quote Game of Thrones, winter is coming. Right now, so people are going to be inside even more, not just because of there's the shut-in laws, so telling people to bring this shut inside once again. There's also the weather changing, not as much here in LA compared to some other places. What are some of the ways that people can keep uh, while they're inside, they can keep some of that joy, that seasonal blues when they're stuck inside, and also stay healthy. Like, what are some of like quick tips when people are at like they're in their houses more? They may have a little bit less energy because of the weather, because of the long nights, because they're depressed because they can't go out again to their favorite restaurants, favorite places. Our free will, that's another way our free will is being taken away, but it's for the huger collective. But some things just have to be mental because people still need to get out, get their sunlight, so they can be healthy. They need that fresh air. They need that exercise. And when they're inside of their house, what's a way that they could tap into that? Yeah, it was a color
Um,
like any special techniques that you'd like to offer.
Actually, mainly one of the things I can say, it's more like a feel like a plant, a
Mm,
seed of a plant. If you really want to have a good nourished plant, when you put your seed in the certain level of soil and then put water in it, the seed needs to be in that darkness for a while to find
Yeah.
itself and then it grow up.
Yes.
It would be great if we as a human also consider ourselves like a plant. And when it
Hmm.
comes to fall and then later in winter, we feel, okay, now I'm seeding who I want to
Yes.
be in a spring and start nourishing that myself with the soil of knowledge, with the soil of love, with the water of caring, and take care of myself in this period.
Yes.
So when the spring it comes, I bloom and become someone I
Yes.
want to see and appreciate and love.
Are you familiar with there's a plant called special plant called Chinese bamboo that has an interesting growing cycle. Are you interested with the story of that tree?
Yes,
Doc,
actually, yeah. When you put you start the bamboos, uh, you shouldn't expect to see any changes for the first 5 years, and
yeah.
after 5 to 6 year, all of a sudden you see between 5 feet to 20 feet grow
No.
in 6 months.
No, in 6 to 8 weeks it actually goes 60 to 80 feet. 60 to 80
80
feet
feet.
in 6 to 8, yeah, in 6 to 8 weeks. So like in those first like that, yeah, that happens in the fifth year. And like but the entirety of the first 4 years, and then the fifth year that happens. So every day you'll be there. You have to go there, you have to water, you have to till the soil, you have to pour things on, and you don't see any, none. It's not even popped the surface. It hasn't even come through, hasn't even cracked the soil. Like you like nothing, nothing on the outside looking from above ground. But those roots are going deeper and getting stronger and taking in so many nutrients. And they're going deeper and stronger. Even though we don't see anything on the surface, it's down there below the surface, building up, building its strength. That's how our dreams are, and that's how we are sometimes in life. We just sprout once we built enough foundation. And take this opportunity to build
Exactly.
foundation, right?
And just imagine what would happen if, on top of what is COVID is the environment that COVID is bringing us, and the winter, we create a cocoon for ourselves to build our roots, to ground
Yes.
ourselves in the vision that we have for future, and next 3 4 months build up ourselves, expand our all of our roots deep, and then
Hmm.
when it comes the spring we can grow, and I hope like a
Exactly.
bamboo.
You know what? I'm so happy you said with the vision. You know, that's what the word COVID actually breaks down in Latin, with vision. That's what the word COVID, yeah, that's what the word COVID. And if you break it down in Latin, is co is with, and vid as in video and all that, with vision. So you put together. So like right, and it's funny that it really kicked in heavy in 2020. So we had with vision in 2020. But so like, but the vision, take this time to envision what you want to be. Once again, like if you're inside, you might as well look inside, and you might as well see what's inside that needs to be outside for everybody else. Correct, Doc? I mean, correct, Mr. Amanola. Amanola G. Do you
My
agree?
pleasure. Yes, completely. My pleasure to
Yes,
see you. It was a great conversation. And my
man. I
invitation
love
is
you.
over here, being in here, you're not
Yes.
alone. Being in
Do you
here,
have
yeah.
Do you have any in addition to that? Do you have any tips that like just for people right now who just need a moment when this is just becoming like when they're feeling helpless, when the world around them like and they don't know what to do. Do you have a quick tip, a quick technique that you would enjoy sharing with the people out there that they could use real quick at those times where they just need to recenter? Because sometimes we're we're telling them theories, and we also want to give a way so that they can physically practice, so that they can put the theories into action.
Yes, definitely. Uh, what I can suggest is something very practical and simple. Just in what is it that you want to from your loved ones?
Hmm.
What kind of support you want to receive from your loved ones? What kind of warmth in the word and actions? When you see
Hmm.
all of that, my suggestion is start giving it to yourself and giving it to others.
Hmm.
Exactly what
Yes.
expecting to receive, start giving it to yourself and give it to
Yes.
others. That's the best
Yes.
practical technique that
Yes.
completely shifts your energy and you feel much better about yourself.
Exactly. Goes back to love thyself so that I can love thy neighbors. And the better I love myself, and the more I love myself, the better I love my neighbors, and the more I love my neighbors. And I want to remind everybody to love yourselves. And I want to remind you that I love you, Amanollah G. Man, it's so good to see you, man. I'm so appreciative that you for blessing us with your time, blessing us with your wisdom, blessing us with your calm, blessing us with your energy. And blessing us with a new camera so we can see you even better with a fly trim. I see it. I see you. All right.
I
Love you,
had
brother. Yes. That was Amanola G, ladies and gentlemen, yoga master, master teacher, man, international man of mystery. I love that man so much. And you know who else I love? I love all of you. I love you for watching. Remember that you are loved. And always remember to be divine. This is Togetherness Media. I'm Anthony Powers. Continue watching for the rest of the content we have, and we'll be back tomorrow with a new show. All right, y'all. Away we go.